that sells pretty much like everything. In the windows you see like glassware. In the next window you see like kind of clothing and stuff. Okay. Alright, you guys continue heading through town towards the tower. Um, and as you grow closer to this kind of giant structure, it just kind of becomes more foreboding. It almost seems odd that there's a pharmacy in this place that looks like an evil wizard would live in. And as you guys grow closer, there is a high arching door that leads into the tower at the base. And each side of the door there is guards who are wearing kind of like this black metal armor. Both are dark elves. And they're holding a spear in their right hands.
Do they try and stop us?
Do you guys try to walk in?
I try and walk in.
Okay. They kind of their spears lash out really quickly, kind of cross over each other, blocking you just like inches away from the door.
Oh, that's it. We may not be able to get in. I was planning to break in.
Give me a second. I walk away.
The guards kind of watch you go and then look at the rest of the group. State your name and reasoning for being here.
Oh no, Naka. I bow. We're here to check on the poor children that succumbed to that awful calamity that fell upon them.
Kind of glance at each other and then glance back at you. They are already being looked at. We have professionals taking care of them.
But will you have professionals, but do you have experts like us?
Yes, we do.
Do you have enough though? I hear there's a lot of missing children.
You guys don't see this, but I inject something into myself.
Oh shit.
Okay.
I roll up my sleeve and I load this vial into the handle of the dagger and I stab this little needle into my arm.
Okay.
I... This is hard to describe. um... Skin and voice become malleable, allowing you to enhance your appearance and presence. My skin, like, I guess, takes on, like, a healthy glow. And I come back. And I approach the guards.
Look, we can either do this easy way, where I point at him, or the hard way. You're not one to talk to,
Excuse
said.
my companion. My voice becomes malleable, shut up. I'm a doctor, you see. I've come from out of town. I'm an expert in this sort of thing. I've come to check on the children.
Roll deception with advantage for me.
Oh, I was gonna tell you, this thing gives me advantage in charisma checks.
Oh, okay.
Should I roll charisma or deception still?
Well, deception is charisma.
T. So what does that mean?
So you roll advantage.
I still have. I have the charisma and deception are +1, so I guess it doesn't matter. 14, so +1, 15.
Okay.
8 + 1 is 9. 15.
Okay. The guard seems to hesitate for a moment before he draws his spear back, and he nods at the guard across from him, and he also draws his spear back. Okay. I will let you all in, but I do have to let you know that you will be watched. And I also have
Perfectly
to tell the
understandable.
Umavi that you are here.
Understandable. Thank you for doing your job so well.
So, oh, I'm so sorry for my outburst. It won't happen again.
No, it is fine. Just please behave yourselves.
But of course.
We're professionals.
Most of us definitely very professional.
Come, companions. Let us make sure these children are. Let us assess these children's condition.
As you
I
guys
wish I could
enter,
explain this to you guys, but I don't want to give away too much too early.
um, as you guys enter through these doors, the inside is the same kind of black iron color as the outside, and are high arcing ceilings. Um, and on each side of you, there are kind of doorways. And you head down the hall until you reach a door that says pharmacy on it in a like steel plate.
I go inside.
Okay.
I follow.
Inside is this um, long corridor with beds on each side, and each bed kind of has a draping sheet that covers it. Um, Currently, most of the beds are empty, except for two beds in the very back that have the curtains drawn closed. Um, there is a nurse sitting between the two beds with a book open in her hands. She's also a dark elf, wearing a kind of short, knee-length white gown as she reads a story to whoever is there with her.
I approach the nurse. How are they?
Kind of raises an eyebrow and folds a page of the book before shutting it. Who are you exactly?
Uh, I've come from out of town. I'm here to assess the children. This is my field of expertise.
Okay, and the rest of you?
His
My
associates, of course.
associates, yes. Please, could you give us a moment? This could take a little bit.
Okay, but just to warn you, they do not respond.
I understand, yes.
He kind of steps back to one of the beds across the room and kind of sits and watches.
Associates.
Yes.
What are we looking for?
Oh, that's what we're gonna find out.
Aren't you the one who wanted to come see the children?
Yes. Yes, yes. I check the child's pulse.
Their heartbeats. Actually, I'll have you roll medicine.
Oh,
How funny would it be if you
it's a
failed?
+1.
Oh my god.
19, 20 +1.
Okay. Both of you. The both children's heartbeats are steady, and healthy. Um, one one of them is a male dark elf. Um, this one is very young. He's about 6 years old, it appears. The other is female. She appears to be around 8, just a couple years older. And both of them are laying in their beds. Their limbs are kind of straight out like a statue, and their eyes just stare kind
Like
of vacant out.
T-posing?
No, like their arms are by their sides, but they seem stiff. Like
Hmm.
make a perception check. Um, yeah,
Oh
it's
my
easy
god.
enough to find. There are clipboards that are kind of hanging from the edge of their beds on a little thing. Okay. Um,
I... Oh, what?
let me describe this first. It says that his name is Rule Nurul Emrock, um, and he's 6 years old. He was found just 2 weeks ago. Um, it goes over the details like he's in a kind of comatose state, but they seem to be awake. They do not sleep, eat, or move on their own. Um, and but otherwise they seem completely healthy. It has like his parents' name on it. It's Rhurnul, and his last name is Ermoc. Ermoc.
New... Er...
Yes.
Associate. Would you check the other children's charts? um,
Um,
I like do that thing. You know that thing? I like open the child's eye and like look at it.
okay. Um, their eyes are already open, so you just kind of like
Ah! Ah! I
just
close the child's eyes.
What is it?
Someone get her some eye drops. I'm kidding.
But um, their pupils seem to be kind of relaxed and wide, in the darkness of the room. The female's name is, I don't know, I made these names so hard. It's Kiara Nusira, which is Kya Ranusera. And it says that she's 10 years old. She was found only a week ago, and it has her mother and father's names, and she has the same exact diagnosis as the boy.
Excuse me. Sorry. My character sheet is weird.
I'm gonna look for any cuts on the boy.
Oh, that's a good point.
Or
Why don't you
bruises.
roll medicine?
Oh shit.
Okay. Hondo, the boy, he seems to be completely healthy. There's no bruises, no scratches, no, even his fingernails are just like kind of healthy and perfect. But as you're kind of turning him over, you see just at the back of his neck, there is a small bruise that seems to be leading from his hairline down his neck, and it's
Oh.
just barely visible. These are dark elves, so they kind of have purple, blue skin. The bruising is kind of hard to see, but you're just able to make it out.
Oh, look here, look here. That seems to be at the base of his neck going all the way down.
Um, yeah, I won't have you roll for that since you already know what you're looking for. She does have the same exact bruise. It's in the same shape as well. It seems to be kind of a line that leads from their hairline. It disappears into their hairline and leads down just a little to the mid of their neck, and it has a point at the end.
What? Do I see this too? Did they point it out?
Yeah, I pointed it out.
Do, do I recognize the line?
No,
T. Okay.
no. Sure.
That's a good one.
Okay. So you cast your spell and you kind of feel the magic take hold.
You sense muck. I'm kidding. detect, detect thoughts.
You're
I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
you're
I'm sorry.
quite familiar with this spell, so you know it kind of takes hold immediately, and you can hear it. But as you kind of reach in and try to listen, you just hear silence. For Yes. Okay, you can, for this, you can roll
Alright.
investigation.
Gee, I
Okay.
check her feet. His feet. No,
Um,
because, like, they must have walked, right? Walked from where? You know what I
uh,
mean?
sure, roll investigation. Um,
Hell yeah, investigation with advantage. I get advantage on instant intelligence roll. 7. No, hold on, I have advantage, I have advantage. And I have a +7, so that was technically 14. 7! 14.
okay, so both Damon and Seraphine, as you're kind of checking for any like remnants of debris or dirt or any kind of clues,
Cuts, bruises,
um,
anything.
yeah, um, the girl's hair feels like it was freshly washed, and from the um, her feet also look to be freshly washed. Like the kids look both like they were cleaned after they came into the pharmacy.
Oh,
And her feet don't have any sort of cuts on them or bruising, which is odd.
washed away all the evidence. I go over to the nurse.
She glances up as you approach.
Madam. um, obviously, because I'm an expert.
Obviously.
These children came into town, but like, where did they come from? They're inactive now, but how did they get here?
Uh,
They walked?
that's that's part of the mystery. They just both of them showed up on the doorsteps of their house one morning, out of nowhere.
Obviously. I've seen this thing before, yep, yep. Because I am an expert.
Okay, then you can help them.
I will do everything I can.
Well, if you need any help, Doctor, just let me know.
Yes, thank you so much.
I actually have a question, nurse.
I. Oh,
It's I was like going through their diagnostics on their paper, but I don't see anything about like the little bruising they have on the back of their neck. Do you happen to know where that came from?
Um, there's actually a moment where she looks kind of confused. They have no bruising on their neck.
Oh.
Okay. I if you'd like to follow me, I'll show you it.
Yeah, she stands up and follows you to the children's beds and
I I kind of just turn over the girl and then just point towards the line.
how how odd. When we looked them over, they had no bruising, and it's been weeks, so why would the bruise show up now?
Interesting. Hmm.
I said there was other kids that happened to arrive, but unfortunately passed away. Did they all pass away like at the same duration?
No, it was one by one. They each died of separate things.
What exactly, if you know?
The,
Dehydration.
Hmm.
yes.
Hmm.
I'm gonna take note of like the length of where the line is, and if we ever come back, I'm gonna like double check that real quick.
Okay. Yeah, you can't really see how far it goes up into their hairline, but it comes down about 2 inches from where their hairline ends.
I would just recommend just to keep an eye on this just in case it seems to grow anymore, because you said it wasn't here earlier.
Doctor's diagnosis.
I sometimes he just kills himself.
Patient is unresponsive. Obviously, I recommend regular intake of fluids if you're able.
I think they're perfectly able here, good doctor.
Just to check again, the Umavi knows you're here, right?
Yeah. Yes, of course. The guards let us in.
Hmm.
Keep an eye on that bruise. I will. Fuck, what am I saying?
We'll be back with some
I'm
more.
currently at the tavern. Let me know if the condition worsens. I must confer with my associates.
Mm-hmm. We'll get back to
Is the
you.
tavern we're at, doctor?
Is there only one? Is there more than one?
Yes, there is.
Doctor?
What's it called? Chaz? I could roll. I have history's an intelligence check. I have advantage.
You could very easily go to the Discord and see it as well.
That's what I was doing right now.
I'm staying at the gathering for now. First, I must confer with my associates and expect a full diagnosis in the coming days.
Okay, Doctor.
For now, like I said, and give them fluids and keep an eye on that bruise.
Hey, doctor, I think it's time that we go back to the tavern. I know this. I know the traveler was very rough. I say they pat him on the back.
Okay.
Oh, do they have weird?
Roll medicine for me.
When I checked, when I checked their eyes, was there anything weird with their eyes at
No,
all?
they
The
seemed
color or anything?
um they seemed normal, normal color, normal like everything.
Can I close their eyes?
Yeah, yes.
I close all of their eyes. Why would they leave them open?
Um, actually, as you shut their eyes, they don't like fully shut, like they can't fully relax, so they kind of like open a little bit. Seraphine, you were checking their veins. Um, their veins seem to be healthy in color. and everything.
Yes, associate. Oh, yes, yes. Actually, yeah, that's a very good point. I was gonna do that and I forgot about that. I take I take a sample of their blood. One of them, I don't know who, you can decide who.
You
And I
decide who
take
you're taking the blood.
I could take another sample of someone else's blood if you want me a syringe.
I give Vass a vial and I take a a hair sample and I scrape underneath their fingernails and take whatever is there.
Okay.
We're not at a morgue. You don't need to do stuff like that. I'll take the blood sample of the other one. I'm not gonna do the hair scrape the nose thing.
Okay.
And then I hand the vial to the good doctor.
Thank you, associate.
If you excuse me, doctor, I think we should really get going back to the tavern because I'm starting to get a little woozy right now too, and it's kind of getting late.
Good idea. Nurse, like I said, the gathering, I'll be there. Let me know if their condition worsens.
Um, I definitely will, Doctor. Doctor.
Dr. Grimm. Dr. Grimm, yeah.
Goodbye.
Come. Let's go. I
And
put the samples in my bag.
I already been out the door this whole time, doctor. You really need a drive check apparently.
Open it for me then.
You have two hands.
What do I pay you for?
Apparently my scales.
I open the door.
Back down the hall and outside.
And I guess we'll walk away from the guard just slightly before I
Yes.
ask.
I flick a coin to each one. Get yourselves a hot meal.
How much coin did you flick me?
No, one coin to each guard.
Guard, okay.
One gold piece.
One of them catches it and it's like, oh, thanks. And the other just watches it fall.
Bass uses Mage Hand to pick it up for him. Does the guard take it?
Yes. After a moment, he takes it. Bites it.
Okay. I recommend we not go back to the gathering, to be honest. I say when we walk out of earshot of the guards. Just in case they decide to hear and ask questions from Dr. Grimm.
I cast Flush Toxins. Well, I guess I don't cast it, it's just an ability, an action. I use Flush Toxin,
Okay.
and you see me, like, I don't know, writhe for a second, and then the color, like, drains from my face. We
Well
didn't
done.
learn much from that.
They don't even know what's going on here either.
Sure.
I was able to get the names of the parents, so you could probably go around asking where they happen to reside, to ask them questions.
As long as it doesn't take too long. I need to study these samples as soon as I can.
I need to go grab a few things from this shop right here, so we can ask a few of the shoppers and maybe even the shopkeep while we're there. It's to the store I noted earlier.
Okay. It is Opulent Oddities. Flannery follows you, and Potassium just kind of waits outside.
What does the rest of the group do?
I also wait outside.
What kind of a store is it?
It's all odds and ends general store.
I go in.
Okay.
Hondo outside by himself.
He's Potassium. So,
The first thing Bassett does is kind of like look for the clothing.
so as you guys head into the store from the outside it looks kind of nice and pristine, but as you walk in, it's a mess. There are tables piled high with all sorts of junk, not seeming to have any order to it. Some tables are piled so high that with bits and baubles that they look like they're going to topple over any minute. The clothing section from the window looked like everything was kind of hanging up, but as you look towards the clothing section in the store, they're just kind of like draped over these kind of metal racks, not folded or anything like that.
I whisper to Pink, "Wow, there goes the idea of me upgrading my wardrobe."
I don't. I wouldn't trust Dark Elf fashion anyway.
I mean, to just look like pristine little infants, just like little dolls. Anyway, I'm gonna go look for some pots, just in case we do travel and need to get water. I don't think we want to be drinking water off the ground, do we?
Yeah.
I start looking for pretty like pots that are like hold like a like a few gallons of water.
Okay, why don't you roll investigation for me since this store is a mess?
The one thing I don't have a good proficiency in. 15.
Okay. It does take you a minute to kind of sift through all these things, but you do eventually find a couple pots of all different sizes, and you find this kind of, it's kind of like a cauldron actually, but it looks like it can hold a good amount of water or a nice stew.
But I can't just shove it in my backpack.
But you do find other pots.
Take like 3 of the other pots. I don't want to be carrying a cauldron around with me 24/7. And then I'm also gonna like look for like a blanket.
I'll say, I'll just say you find one. Yeah.
Okay. And after I grab those few things, I'm gonna go up to the counter, where I hope there is a person waiting for me to purchase some shit.
You actually don't see anyone at first, but you do hear this kind of um audible snoring coming from behind the counter.
I look for Pink. Are you thinking about something?
She pulls out her loot.
We sneak out.
Oh. like goes to follow and then it's like, it takes out a couple gold, puts it on the counter, and then walks out.
Do I see them sneak out?
Yes, I'm guessing, yeah.
Right.
Do I see them steal?
I'm guessing since he wasn't really trying to hide it, yes.
Do they sell better weapons?
There's no weapons there. Just like
Dang
bits
it.
and bobbles.
Do they have glass vials?
Yes.
I grab some vials and I run.
Okay. I'll say you get like 10.
Oi.
They had such good deals in there. It was like buy one. It was like get one, get one, get one free.
Alright, Luna, what are you doing?
As you say, King, after living ranges. Okay, well, unfortunately, the only hope in there was apparently in La La Land. Was apparently in La La Land, so. Now what? I look at the rest of the list.
What were the names of the families?
I repeat the names of the families.
Ermac and New Zero.
Zira.
Were there any addresses?
Unfortunately, no, which is why it said we needed to, like, probably, like, ask people around to see if they know where they actually live.
We might need to go back to the tavern.
I think that is a great idea. Considering, the fact that we all came here because the owner of the tavern is the one who put out the reward for his daughter.
And no, trying to get,
Oh
trying to get
yeah.
And let's go back.
I put mine in my backpack.
I shoved the vials into my backpack.
Oh, I should probably. How big are those pots, would you say?
They're small enough to fit in your backpack.
Yeah, I'm gonna manage those. Manage inventory.
As you guys are walking, Flannery speaks up. I just had like a genius idea.
Ooh.
Oh.
So, if this thing is only going after children, why don't we take all the children
Okay.
I can get behind that.
and we put them all in the center of town, all in one place, and then we watch them to see what happens?
Well,
We wanna potentially hurt Steve.
I say that's a genius idea.
And then Tassian's like,
Surrounded by child endangering people. Brad, say
so
something.
your idea is to gather all the children into one place and make a giant feast for the monster.
Well, not if we save them.
We just have to stop them first.
Mm-hmm.
But if we stop this monster, how are we gonna find the daughter that has of the tavern owner?
But then how about we follow the monster when he does snatch up one of these children?
I don't want to endanger the child.
No, we'll be right there. We'll be right with them.
They're gonna let us. They're gonna let us use their children as bait.
I'm sure they'll trust a doctor.
I can be very convincing.
Very convincing too, but I'm not gonna try to rob someone's child. I mean, Pink, I love you, but
How, how about we take a diplomatic solution? Anyone for this plan, raise your hand.
I raise my hand.
I raise my hand. I saw you raise your hand.
I'm looking at Pink and seeing what she decides since it was her idea.
Um, it sounded like a great idea in my head, but then he said giant feast, and no, I don't think.
Not a giant feast. We won't let anyone die. Oh, party pooples.
Yeah, I don't think people would really want us to use their children as bait, especially when they're already on edge.
How about orphanage?
Wait, what?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But we need to see if there's like a common theme with these children, though.
Right, how do we know which child is going to be taken?
That's why we have to put them all in together. This sounds like a very good idea. I'm not gonna
You
lie.
think, okay, listen, you think
Okay.
all the parents in this town are going to allow us to take their children, put them in one place, and wait for the monster to come? Or whatever is
Take
taking them.
take is such a strong word. I think borrow is more of the right
I think you're
word.
looking for the word kidnap. We would kidnap children.
You sound a bit angry.
It's fine by me.
Uh, the ones at the pharmacy? Wait, is Seraphine asking that, or are you asking me that? Oh, they were just, they were in like hospital gowns.
How close are we to the tavern?
You guys are pulling up on the tavern now.
Bass is gonna like kind of like take a glance at like all the pictures, see if there's like a theme with them. Are the missing kids?
So as you're looking, all the kids seem to be different genders and ages. The only thing that they have in common is that they're all drows, they're all dark elves. But that wouldn't be uncommon because 90% of the people living here are dark elves.
Right. But yeah, like poor, wealthy.
It's hard to see because the picture it's a drawn portrait and it starts from like their collarbone up, so you can't really see their clothing. Basically, just like a mugshot.
Well, I'm open to any of those suggestions. Someone said something about talking to the pounds.
Yeah, but we have to figure out where the parents live.
How about the tavern owner?
Oh, that's one of the parents we'll have to like first check on.
Hmm.
Might be the only parent if he has some concrete information for us.
Considering he was the most recent as well, the crime scene might not be as, um, what's the word?
Contaminated.
Yes, that word.
Let's go. That just walks into the tavern.
I follow.
I also go.
You all enter into the tavern and you're hit with a burst of warm air. The tavern seems to have settled down just a bit, but it still is quite crowded. Um, but it looks like some people have headed home.
How warm is it in here?
Uh, it's not that warm, but it's warm compared to the outside. It's probably like inside it's like 60 degrees, outside it's 20 and below.
Put on then. Um, okay. Oh, I'm gonna look around to see if I like. I'm gonna look, go up to the bartender and ask, "Excuse me, do you happen to know where the tavern owner is?"
The guy behind the bar is like cleaning a glass when you ask and he looks over. Um, actually, I am the tavern owner.
Ah, where's the rest of the group?
I'm right behind you. We are here to discuss what happened with your daughter.
Uh, um,
Is it his daughter or his son?
Daughter.
Okay. I
how
didn't
about,
remember.
um, there's a table in the corner. I'll meet you all there in a couple of minutes.
Okay.
Will do. I go to the table and I sit down.
Find the table. Find the table. I'll sit down. As I sit down, I'll pull out my lute and start like kind of like playing a soft tune as we wait.
I
Cassian
go
drags
to
his
the
chair over
table.
and sits right next to Seraphine.
I go to the table and I stand.
Okay.
You,
Can I roll performance for the tune I'm playing?
Yes.
Oh god. It's my time to shine! 12 plus 11.
Yeah, it's a beautiful tune.
Hell yeah.
do you mean you don't want to sit down and be more comfortable?
I want that money.
As do I, as do I. Patience, patience.
Must be ready to go at a moment's notice.
Why, do you have somewhere to be?
You could say that. Nowhere specific.
Turn into hide.
I've got things to do.
Yeah, like what?
I'm curious as well.
If I tell you, I'll have to kill you.
You keep saying that, but I don't really believe you.
Not necessarily, to be honest, lady.
Can I roll intimidation?
Go for it.
Sure. What are you doing to be intimidating?
Can't what I said be intimidating?
Uh, I mean, I guess, but I'll have to retcon what I just said back.
Oh my. 22?
If you can roll charisma against it, which I'm going to do for Flan, which does not work. I rolled 15.
18 plus 5. 23. That means so I'm not intimidated. Hell yeah.
I'm still in the corner sipping my drink.
Going fast is kind of unimpressed.
You're not even a little bit intimidated.
Oh, I don't know intimidation. He's just gonna stare at you blankly as he continues playing his bow tune.
After a few moments, the barkeep approaches and kind of breaks his head as he
Moving on.
Alright, so what do you want to know?
Well, what can you tell us?
What was your daughter last seen?
I saw her the night she disappeared. I had just put her to bed. Um, Tucked her in. She seemed happy and calm. She was excited for the next day. Um, and in the morning, she was gone.
Did you notice anything off? Different about that night?
Yes, actually. Um, I am certain before I went to bed that I locked the hatch on my front door, and when I woke up, it was unlocked, which this hatch, it closes from the inside, so it can only be opened from the inside. Um, Another thing is that I don't know if it's related, but all the food in our pantry was rotted, like it had sat there for months, even though we just stocked up.
Hmm.
But other than that, her windows weren't open. Her bedroom was perfectly made, just like it was when I put her to bed.
Vass, was it you?
What?
Nothing. The mage hand to open the door. I don't say that. I don't say that.
I was actually, I'll be honest, I was looking at the description of Mason to see if I could do that.
I don't know. I think you can, but I don't know. I think it has to be somewhere you can see.
It doesn't, actually, it doesn't say anything about that. It just says a floating can appears at a point you choose close within range. Hand lasts a duration or until you dismiss it with an action. The hand finishes it after it gets 30 feet away from you or if you cast it again. You can use your action to deploy the hand. You can use it to manipulate objects, open unlocked doors, or a container.
Vass.
I love it. I do have a thing that will cause food to rot, but if I cast a spell to create food.
Vass.
Just making yourself look more suspicious.
But it's not me. That burger is
Did you hear anything? Wake up in the middle of the night.
No,